Yes, sir, we can.
Okay. Okay. So the agenda for today's session is how to start and plan your career in data science. So as far as my introduction is concerned, I am senior mentor at Edinode and senior data scientist Gavs Technology Chennai, and having expertise in various technologies such as Python, data science, MySQL, deep learning, and so on. So before moving to the exact session or exact point of our session, let me introduce Harsh. He is guy who is looking for job. So why he is looking for job? Because might be he is from non-IT background. Like some of us also looking for IT. Can yes, yes,
Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I was introducing Harsh. Can everyone see Harsh here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So Harsh is from non-IT background. Maybe he is web developer or doing some data entry job and not getting any higher package salary package in any IT company. So he is pursuing, he is searching for IT background and very higher package. So what he does, he just visit any IT company or approach any person who is from IT background. So he meet Akash, who is actually senior data scientist. So Akash can help him for finding him job because Akash is having some knowledge and he can give answers to Harsh. Like we, some of us are also maybe in dilemma, maybe in confusion, like how to approach IT company, how to find relevant opportunity, how to find machine learning engineer job, and so on. So he said, okay, don't worry, Harsh. I'll explain all these fundamentals. And before going through the fundamental data science and machine learning opportunities in the field, skill required for this professional data science and machine learning, and how to create a roadmap for this milestone, I'll explain. So Harsh was very happy that okay, I will be like I can go through this entire journey. Like I can find my solution here. All right. So, but before moving ahead, so Harsh asked a question to Akash, like, what does data scientists do? So this is our question also. Like some of us are also very eager or very curious about this question. Like what exactly the responsibilities and role uh, and the role and job there in the IT company for a data scientist. So Akash said, okay, don't worry, I'll explain each and everything. I'll explain everything there. So he just shown a small project there, and he just go through the teachable machine image model. He just go to the Google and search for teachable machine given by Google. All right. So it is based upon machine learning project, and which is most of the times used in data science and machine learning IT companies, right? So what he just do, he just create a new project, and on the basis of image project, he was taking some samples. So what's the objective of this task? He just explained, Akash explained to the Harsh that you can extract or you can capture some images, or the company is finding differences or these clusters in between non I mean the hospital is is the customer of this company, and for this hospital they are seeking for mask people. Those
Sir,
are, yeah.
sorry to interrupt. Your screen is not showing.
Okay. Okay. uh, can you make me host? Oh, no, I can share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, now we can.
Okay, thank you so much. So the IT companies, the objective of any IT company is to deliver the project to the hospitals, to the another company or another stakeholders. So what they do, they just create the image samples for from the webcam or from other devices, and they just go for the different, like the people those are wearing mask. Can you see this teachable machine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the hospital is worried about people with the mask and people without the mask, right? So this project is based upon some image samples. So what they are going to do, they are going to use their camera, and based upon their camera, they are going to hold to record. So they are going to people. Okay, so I'm going to cross this one, and let me make it people without mask, right? And the another class, people with mask. All right, so I'm going to open my camera again and going to hold to record my session and some augmentation. So some augmentation means so changes in my images, changes in my position, so that the webcam will confused. So IT company are capturing images, capturing data from real-time resources for their patients, for their clients, and they are going to differentiate in between the people with mask and without mask. Patients with mask are allowed to enter into the hospital. Patients without mask are not allowed. So I'm going to create another data set for the images those are wearing mask. So I don't have mask, right? So but for this hand, I'm assuming this is a mask. So I'm going to create this mask. All right. Can you see? This patient is wearing mask, and IT company is collecting data set, and any data engineer or machine learning engineer is just capturing the data set or pre-processing some machine learning algorithm. So let me conclude, like 23 images samples for people with mask and 26 image samples for people without mask. All right, so I'm going to train this model. Can you see this is going to train, and no coding required for training this model, and we are going to export this one, right? So can you see this is just concluding, and my export model is there. And at the right hand side, company is checking the accuracy of this model. What is the preview? Like, can you see people with no mask is 100%. The probability is 100% that this patient is not wearing mask. So now I'm pretending that I'm wearing mask. So the probability for this image is 100%. This patient is wearing mask. Can you get it? So this is the role and responsibility of any data engineer or any machine learning engineer who is creating this data set and demonstrating this one. Can you see my slide again? Okay, thank you so much. So in the same pace we can see, okay, just let me close the tab. This was very tiny I mean project, or you can say hands-on project, where company are dealing with the realistic capstone projects. All right. So let's begin with the first item on our agenda, that the data is everywhere. So company, hospitals, civil engineers, other resources, consortiums, institutions, government bodies are collecting data from various resources like web data, e-commerce website like Amazon, credit scores, online trading, social networking. We have Twitter, we have LinkedIn, we have Facebook, Instagram. Various resources are being used to collect data set from all across the source, right? So so Harsh is also curious about, and Akash explained to the Harsh that this data science is collection of different parts also. Like, you must have basics or fundamental knowledge of statistics, somewhere math concepts are also involved, some box plot transformation is also there. For visualization, domain expertise, we need this information, and everything will be required there. All right. So let me check the first question here. This first question is not only from Harsh side, but from you all guys, and I want everyone to respond in the chat box. Like, which companies are using data science and ML? We have 30 seconds. I can recount this counter again. Like, which companies are using data science and ML these days? Like farm companies or data visualization. You can write your answer in the comment box. I'll read the comments box. Okay. So let me check the comment box one more time. Spotify, Amazon, Mayank Trivedi said Amazon, Google, Microsoft, wonderful. I really appreciate the solution and the answer. All right. So we have so many companies. Some of you have given very appreciable and remarkable answer. So we have few case studies here, like Starbucks. We get coffee from the Starbucks, right? Amazon, Google, Spotify, Netflix, NASA. They all are using this data science and ML concept for very long time, right? So so today we will be covering several topics from these companies also, like how these companies are wondering. And now Harsh is very curious, like, oh my god, Microsoft is also using the data science. Nvidia, which is the processor maker company, he is also it is also making use of data science and machine learning there. We have Delta, Cloudera, Teradata, Databricks. Company name are countless. We have countless in the market. Those are concluding this concept as a booming trends these time, right? So it's great to see every company is looking for their time, for their upholding, right? So Hershey was also informed that Amazon is going to replace so many like stakeholders, so many people. Those are delivering boys, those are giving parcel from one place to another place. So they are going to replace these Amazon companies, like these company body or physical body, into the unmanned aerial vehicles. So these aerial vehicles are delivering the packets from one position to another position, from source to destination, and they are transitioning to the first target as a whole. So how they are locating, how they are finding the shortest path, how they are finding the exact scenario, that's the really challenging for Amazon. And I'm 100% sure Amazon have deployed in some of the countries also, right? So, what is the challenging part for IT companies these days? Why they are looking so many data scientists? Why so many vacancies are available for machine learning engineers? Why we as a company, consortiums, government sectors are looking so many data scientists all across the world, not only in India but all across the world. So the reason is the statistics says in 2008, 20 PB data is processed a day. They are processing, searching keywords. You might have heard about ChatGPT. You guys can see my PPT, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So Facebook has 60 TB data. They are uploading, they are downloading in terms of videos, images. They are uploading 60 TB data for cloud onto the cloud. eBay is also dealing with 6.5 PB of users' data, 50 TB per day, right? So this is 2009 data statistic. But if you talk about 2023, this data set the graph would have 100% increased. So we will reconvene like what 1000 project, right? How 200 TB is data is being processed. For this, the cost of 1 TB of disk around $35. So we are going to deal with the cloud engineers, not only the data scientists, but cloud engineers also. So what are the clouds? Like GCP, we have AWS, Amazon Web Services. This third one is Azure, Microsoft Azure. So we have so many candidates are required in this field, right? Why? Because we need realistic example on transport, not only in the computer science. Don't think like if Harsh is from non-IT background, if any one of you are from non-IT background, might be from biology side, might be from commerce side, might be from civil engineer, mechanical engineer, it hardly matters, because we are using data science and machine learning in other sectors also. So what are these sectors? These sectors are transport. So this vehicle is not using any driver, but rather it's using web camera or screen sharing all across the vehicle, right? So they are going to they are not going to miss the last chance, like, so are they hitting another vehicle, or they going to pass any stop holdings, or the passing to the road and so on, right? So we have data science everywhere. How Netflix? So Harsh was very surprised that he is being used data science and machine learning for a very long time. Why? Because he was being recommended so many videos from Netflix, etc. So Netflix is recommending, YouTube is recommending relevant videos for us. So they are going to personalize the streaming experience for the users, optimizing content searches, making the content better. So many other case studies are there where we are dealing with the same concept in our daily life, right? So Harsh was very surprised, right? Like, so means like I want to transition my career in data science, still I'm using the same concept in my smartphone. So that was the similarity for our life also, right? So how data science is solving real world problems? Yes, for civil candidates, right? Our soldiers, they are saving our lives, right? So I hope you all have seen this scenario where wars are happening in between Russia and Ukraine. So they are dealing with the dilemma that only soldiers are dying at the borders. So this is kind of solution or the revolution there. Like we can replace our human soldiers with the robots, and they can search and they can target their enemies to encounter there, right? So they can encourage their really means really front end developers and front end robots and vehicles, etc., right? So they can solve real world problems in this field also, right? So the next question from her side, because he was very puzzled, he was very confused, so many questions in his mind, like we all have in our brain. So we have opportunity, like what other opportunity in the data science and machine learning. So Akash suggested that we have so many opportunity, like because demand of for data science is very high, right? So this kind of central operations where we are dealing with interdisciplinary sectors, where medical hospitals uh, are tying with the website developers, railway reservations are being operated on apps, mobile apps. We are going to the bank, but first we will have to encounter with the chatbots. So we are talking with the chatbots, not any customer care executive. So we are dealing with these data scientists every day. So chatbots are the example of natural language processing. Our smart bot are the example of our website developer or the app developer, we can see. This is the only reason the demand for science is increasing day by day. This is the data set for very long time, but the average salary of data scientist in India only can lie in between 6 lakh to 8 lakh per annum, right? So as per your knowledge, as per your information, you can increase your salary. If you have better experience, you have better certification, better internship in your past history, you can get better package also, right? So here we have a package range as per the candidates information and candidates requirement, right? Okay, so we have the second use case. Let me come up with the query. Do we have any query? Let me check it out. Okay, we don't have any query. So the we have the second query. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have experiment handwriting distill.pub. So this site is distill.pub and we have handwriting, right? So we have handwriting operations, right? So this site is based upon neural network and prediction based. Can you see when I'm going to hover on the left hand side, this is saying that you are going to write E and the next word it is predicting near about A. The next word it is going to predict about R. Can you see this one? Can you see my handwriting experiments with neural network?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Okay. So we are suggested, this website is suggesting another next word, next to next word, right? So we can see the next word of this L would be E somewhere. So based on previous history, based on previous distribution, it is going to predict the next word here. So can you see this is just based upon my handwriting, right? So there are so many small and tiny this one tiny experiments done by IT company, done by government sectors and consortiums where they are dealing with the realistic capstone project, right? Does any hospital or any hotel can deploy a robot in front of their door, their main door, that the menu is being pronounced by their helping hands, right? No physical man is deployed at the entrance of the hotel, but they have a robot at their entrance, which is just speaking the today's menu any offered by the hotel and everything, right? So they are doing such kind of experiment there, right? So the next question we have: what is the average salary of data scientists in India? I'm going to make this counter again. So I want everyone to write in the chat box what is the average salary of data scientists in India. This is the hard question, not only from Harsh's side but from all of us. So to summarize what we have focused so far, I need everyone to emphasize like what we have discussed so far. Okay, so let me check. Do we have any answer? Okay, wonderful. So we have 6 to 10 LPA, we have 6 to 10, it's 7 to 8. Good, really appreciable. So yes, based upon our knowledge and our education, our internship, our certification programs, the salary can lie for the beginner level to the mid career and intermediate for the senior level as well. So the companies in the Bangalore, IT company in the Chennai or in in South Asia also, they are offering very higher package such as 17 LPA also. I have seen the package, they are giving 20 LPA also, right? So not for the fresher, but after 1 year, 2 years having practice on different technologies, we can go for the this kind of knowledge and sharing, right? Okay, can you see my slide one more time? Kindly, anyone acknowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the more about the data scientist, what on which topics they should focus on. They should focus on math and statistics first and foremost. Then they should for the programming and database. We will come upon the languages which we are dealing with. Then they should focus on the domain knowledge like trigonometric, like vector analysis, like the basic mathematics, statistic, what is the box plot transformation, what is the central limit theorem. These are taught in our class 10th, class 12th, in some our graduations also, but we are not focused upon. So, but we need to revise somewhere what is the binary distribution, what is the ANOVA, what is the chi-square testing, how statistics are being correlated with the data science, how these concepts are correlated with the machine learning concepts, right? Then we are going to focus based upon city wise. The salary will vary based upon city wise also. Like in Bangalore, you can see 12 LP offered. In Mumbai, in North India, you can see in Noida 9.3 LPA, and in the Middle India, we can leverage 5.1, lower higher is 9.8, right? So based upon your questions, so interviewer will ask the questions on the based upon these these concepts. Statistic, they will ask about the coding questions, they will ask about the supervised unsupervised learning, and based upon these concepts they will offer this such salary, right? So we have seen skill required by professional, and this is the milestone we can go through. How to go for preparation, validation, exploration, data science, and you can asking for input like uh, what is the first milestone, how you should carry your career. You just go through the practice. I'm not saying you must have intermediate knowledge or very advanced knowledge in each of these letter, but at least basic idea, at least storytelling what you are dealing, why you are dealing with unsupervised data. You must have technical term in your mind. Like if I'm saying AWS, so you must very quickly respond AWS, Amazon Web Services, which is dealing about cloud. And the upcoming days we will be switching to cloud environment. All physical devices will be disappeared. So this should be your technical solution, technical response there, not the kind of novice one. Okay, I don't know the AWS, I don't have any idea. No, company won't tolerate such kind of response. They need at least basic knowledge, what kind of main points you are going to cover. If you have no knowledge of basic of Excel, that would be fine. Company will give time to you to sharpen your knowledge, right? So suppose in my company, it was really appreciable and remarkable, they have KT knowledge, so KT sessions. So what is KT session? It is knowledge transfer sessions. So company will provide these sessions to all of you guys. They will provide learning path. The company will provide certification problem. If you get entry there, company will provide everything there, but you will have to enter there first. So what, how would you get to enter, like what is the environment of this company? Let's understand with the another third use case. We are going to quick draw with Google. So let me go to the quick draw, and this is the online game based upon my perception, based upon my knowledge and neural network, which is going to recognize my doodling, right? You can you guys can see my quick draw with google.com.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So we are going to draw this calculator. So this is the company, like for this client, for my hospital, suppose I am the IT company body, and for this hospital I need some recognition part. My webcam or CCTV camera should recognize something, whether, as we have seen in the first use case, whether this patient is wearing mask or he is not wearing mask. So in the similar way, not on these objects, they are going to recognize other objects also, like whether it is calculator or not. So let's start in under 20 seconds, like how I can draw the calculator. I
I see
know.
line,
So can
or
you
door,
see, this
or
is
square,
just
or
creating the
power outlet,
basic
or remote
architecture
control.
and just
I have no clue what
giving
you're drawing.
some.
I see calendar, or cookie, or telephone, or computer keyboard.
No, it doesn't
Sorry, I
recognize.
couldn't guess it.
It couldn't guess my. Now the second object, it's being asked whether, let me draw correctly or not. Wine bottle. So let me create this wine bottle. So can I
I see
create?
nose, or
So
name.
he is predicting this
Oh, I know.
computer
It's wine bottle.
wine bottle. So he just correctly recognized. So the third object, the my CCTV camera or my webcam should recognize it's a sun. It's a next object in a sun.
I
So
see circle,
in the realistic
or
object
pear,
are not
or
very
pineapple.
sharp.
Oh, I know. It's sun.
It's a sun. So I don't know what's the camouflage. So let me draw something.
I see moon, or necklace, or cup, or pear, or teapot.
All right.
I see
So it will
backpack,
just pea
or
bag
mug,
or mug. It
or
is
coffee
a
cup.
coffee mug cup. It's the computer on the basis of previous history. It is just recognizing,
Sorry, I
right?
couldn't guess it.
Now the last object, second last object, it is asking for sailboat, right? So
I
the
see
my
banana,
CCTV camera.
or canoe. I see bathtub, or hot tub, or speedboat, or cruise ship. I'm stumped.
No, it didn't recognize that I'm drawing a
Sorry,
speedboat,
I
right?
couldn't guess it.
All right.
I see line, or garden hose,
All
or
right.
river, or ocean.
So it's going
I
to
see I.
create that
I
that
see P,
mole,
or roller
and
coaster.
let me see what
I'm
is
not sure
their
what that is.
prediction, right? So for any data
Sorry,
scientist,
I couldn't
any
guess it.
any object, they are going to create the accuracy for our model. So can you see my model is recognizing 2 out of 6 models. So first wine bottle is correctly recognized and sun is also correctly recognized, right? So this was the prediction part from the computer science computer model. And from my prediction, my drawing object, my CCTV camera is predicting something else, right? So coming back to the Harsh and Akash. So this was the third case study, how IT companies are dealing with the hospitals projects, with the train collision projects, right? How, if suppose you deploy any train in any CCTV camera or a smart webcam in front of any train first bogie, and it is going to recognize or prediction something, some animal body there. So it will stop automatically under some threshold value. So that might be small recognition or computer vision project. So company are working some these kind of capstone project. Where, does anyone have any thoughts on this, like what is this about, why light detection and ranging all across the GPS, how we are going to passing through the time and all, right? Anyone any idea? Okay. So reviewing for this this vehicle, this is done with the help of machine learning, and Durand 2017 evaluated this vehicle, which is equipped with video cameras. It's also included GPS, rear camera, ultrasonic sensors, and based upon previous histories, like what kind of histories we have, right? What peak pulses they are having, what kind of vehicles rotating across this vehicle canvas, and this light detection ranging is watching all across the uh, terms, right, all across the vehicle, right. And Harsh was very happy, like he will get chance to work on such kind of projects, right. So he will reconvene on these projects, these hands-on projects, right. For such kind of projects, the company is collecting data set from roadside, from hill areas, from peak areas, from India also, right. For similarity, they are collecting data day by day, right. Okay, so any question, any query till here? If you don't have Google Map car, okay, thank you Sumit, that was really appreciable solution. And the next task, he just gone through the next object. I'll go with the next part, this case study. This is the last case study. We he The next question for Harsh, from Harsh, was like, which language, computer language, should I practice? This is my question to all of you also. Which computer language or which skills do we require to get entry or to get position of data scientist and machine learning engineer? I'm going to start my counter here. So you guys have 30 seconds. Within 30 seconds, you can write your answer in the chat box. I'll read out the names and your solution. Which computer language should I practice? Should Harsh practice to become a data scientist or machine learning engineer? So this is the Paul law. Okay, so before we end our this timer, let me check out the. Okay, really appreciable. So many have given the solution. Renije given Python, Bharat Python, Shirin Python SQL, Ritujan Python R, Dharani Python, Sonali Python, MySQL Tableau, Sumit Python, Paralakshmi Python SQL. Really appreciable and remarkable. You all of have good and wonderful answer. So first and foremost, we are going to learn Python, which is the most booming language these days, right? You guys can see my screen, my PPT.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So Python is easiest language. The researchers or the statistics says as of now it is the easiest language for our learning part, right? It provides security. It's scripting based. It's not equivalent to C, C++, Java, JavaScript, but it's just simply command based language. Object oriented programming. So everything is in the object format. So large number of applications, computer visions, natural language processing. We have screen video options. We have so many chatbot. We have mobile applications. We have web applications also. Gaming. Everywhere you can deal with the Python itself. So this was the statistic taken from 2020, but if you focus on 2023, 100% Python will lead among all. So it might beat Java also among like C, C++. These languages are system-based language. They are still using in some of the companies, but Python is very easily acceptable by so many Fang or Mang companies, right? So we have thoughts of on this project. We have infinite projects on Python. We have means countless machine learning hands-on capstone projects done in the same language. But you must have basic knowledge of the code. If you are developing at least 5 projects, you must know from the scratch what is the interpretation, what is the illustration part of this project. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने 10 या 20 प्रोजेक्ट्स कर लिए. आई हैव डन 20 प्रोजेक्ट्स, आई हैव डन 30 projects in data science. Company doesn't require. Within 5 minutes they will judge your knowledge and they will disqualify in the first round of interview, because they will ask the question from SQL also. So the SQL is dealing with data handling, data pre-processing. The actual data is in the format of JSON, JavaScript object notation, right? So for traveling from one network, one website handler, fast API to another network IP address, the data is traversing through JSON format. The data engineer, data scientists are dealing with SQL to filter this dirty data to unsupervised learning to converting supervised learning. They are performing ETL process there. So you must know these technical words. What is ETL process? What is unsupervised learning? What is data pre-processing there, right? How company is getting, how company is getting data set from the real scenario. Like suppose your train is traveling and you are traveling from New Delhi to Mumbai. Of course, your train will have certain position in between stations, railway stations. So these live stations are uploaded on website where you can track live location of your train. Let's say train number is Jan Shatabdi and its number is 12439. So for Jan Shatabdi 12439, you can track the current location in particular website. That's the data for your company. Similarly, Jan Shatabdi will start from New Delhi, and in another Jan Shatabdi, we have some were reached in Mumbai. Similarly, we have millions and billions trains. Those are running from several sources to other destinations all across India. So this is called data, but this data set in the unstructured format. We are doing converted this unstructured data set or getting information through Power BI, through Tableau. We need some visualization because human beings are very good in color combinations. All right. So anyone having any thought? Right. So moving to our next topic of discussion, we have discussed three three main points. First is Python, not the very high, but intermediate or basic will be fine. Second one is the SQL, and third one is the Power BI, somewhere data visualization. These three are basic buildings for your milestone for your journey. So Harsh was very happy that at least he will brush up all these three languages. He can get entry into the in any IT company there, right? So he was very surprised that he is also using data science, machine learning, and NLP project in Alexa also. So we are going to use this Alexa, this NLP, natural language recognition, our voice recognition, because our voice is kind of data, right? Our image is kind of information. Our video is information. We are uploading video on YouTube also. So that's being processed by some e-commerce websites. So Alexa is also responding accordingly. Alexa, what your latest car deals? I'm after a SUV. It's just giving response. There are few end of financial year deals. You can ask to play a Lata Mangeshkar song. So this is kind of realistic example where we are using bag of words. You must have idea of natural language processing there, right? So Harsh was very happy that he has at least some crystal clear vision, some mission to achieve these journey,